Hello, I'm Evil Elron. Welcome to the channel. This is Avi, who I met in a video game. I wanted to interview him about Ukraine, because it's an issue that's close to my heart. I've been following it for over 10 years now. I've been like closely following it, and I see a lot of misinformation on the internet, and I want to get a resident of Ukraine's actual opinion on it. And Avi has a lot more experience than just the average Ukrainian citizen. So I wanted to ask him about everything from 1990 up till now, just so we can all have a good picture and clear up the misunderstandings that a lot of Americans have. So, Avi, do you want to go ahead and introduce
I'm
yourself?
yeah, I want to say that it's first of all my opinion at how I am see the world. You need to notice this. We meet in the game Lineage, play a lot, start playing before war, then I am end playing because have really much work, much stuff to do, everything was fine. And after war, everything going bad. That's why I'm back after beginning for Lineage and playing. For now, it's helped to keep my mind.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So, you're doing, you're working with like a actual charity that takes money and turns it into drones and bombs and stuff like that. Is that still the case for you? Like you're still doing that?
Yes, I'm still doing. I'm doing IT and some project like bombs. So it's different projects. IT is simulators. I think it's enough to say that I just making simulators. It's more semi-game devs simulator, so you can't play from PK, but for simulators drones first of all, this combined with VR helmet. So this is projects like this, and projects like bombs,
That
something like this.
What is that? Could you explain that? What that is to us?
This is MoFap. This is small bomb. Inside we have capsule. Inside in capsule includes C4. I never work with C4 because I am civilian. By the way, need not dice. So we have no rights to work with explosive. We make only the shells. Shells we are printing. We have 3D printing farms that work to print shells like this. We make really different mines, different type of mines, and it's some kind of new stuff, a new weapon that I can't explore more in our development. I can show these simple mobs because it's a lot of YouTube video of different video on Telegrams and other social Reddit where a lot of Russians killing something like these bombs. So it's for not a big drone. It's like for Mavic. Mavic can keep this, or it's simple videos, a lot of videos where missiles of Russian soldiers using something like this. But we make different other stuff, bigger stuff. I can't say about this.
Oh yeah, don't tell us anything that's secure. Like we're not trying to get any top secret info.
Yeah,
Just
so
obvious
I'm
stuff.
working with 3D printers and I'm working with simulator. It's that I can say. That's all.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So I don't know if that link that you sent in Sylvan Rest Discord is still good, but afterwards I'll get a good link and in the description below. If you guys want to donate to him 3D printing this stuff for the Ukrainian army, you can. I'm gonna make a donation after this video. Oh yeah.
There will be simple. There will be link for Special Forces YouTube official channel where they have donation with whom I am working on.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So,
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff and video on their channels how stuff that we are doing, how it's work on the battlefield.
Okay, yeah, that's dope. But yeah, so I wanted to get this interview. Basically, I want to go chronologically, if that's cool, about like the history as you understand it. I don't expect you to be a
Mm-hmm.
actual like expert on every detail, but just I want to go through things. When I asked you before I approached you about the interview, you said you wanted to bring up the Budapest memorandums, which I looked
Mm-hmm.
into. It seems that happened in 1994. So maybe we could start in 1990. That's when I understand Ukraine
Yes.
seceded from the
Yeah.
Soviet
Yeah. Yeah.
Union. What could you tell us? Like just a brief timeline, like Ukraine history 101 for idiots. Like 1990, Soviet Union collapses. What happens?
Uh, no, first of all, if take from this time and when I was just a child in my mind, some Soviet mm, big structures, big architecture, some military, it sounds feeling some kind of fantastic because it's other civilizations that was exist before and now it's forbidden or something like this. This is big, this is using how it's can build it at all, and if you see this structure in nowadays, you can make the same question how it's did, because I was on exploration this stuff. It's like museum, the stuff that was lost, for example, stuff granite shield that Ukraine stand is tectonical, and this going on the surface, and Soviet make on this stone giant cylinder. How they do this? And in this cylinder going giant metal structure capsule, and inside this capsule was rocket. In capsule can be different capsule is survive. It's coordination. All stuff living. That's all. That coordinational. That living. That can sleep. Uh, and they can press a button to start nuclear war. This is the same capsule. So when of course this capsule have
When you say capsule, do you mean like
a
missile,
lot.
like nuclear missiles?
No, I mean a real capsule is metal, is strong hard surface metal inside granite. So double capsule inside, outside, and capsule where people live, or they can be a rocket. Only one capsule for nowadays, because all other capsules was destroyed. And was big problem. We have no technology in Ukraine how destroy it. We can't this metal very strong. We can't solve it. It's and Americans. This was American officers that check for Budapest Memorandum how destroyed. And they can buy I think, translation of this
Before
instrument.
before we get into what was the Budapest Memorandum like, basically, as you understand it? For those who have no idea, like absolutely no clue what the Budapest Memorandums are.
Okay, basic idea that countries of West, countries first of all of America and Russia, will protect our sovereignty and our
Your sovereignty.
borders.
Yeah.
Yes, orientated our borders, and we are destroy all nuclear that left.
So you guys agreed to give up all nuclear weapons in exchange for America and
Nuclear
Russia.
weapons, also tanks, also very unique planes was just given for Russia.
All like the whole nuclear
For
stockpile,
zero.
everything went to Russia.
Yes, yes, going for Russia for this Budapest Memorandum, because Ukraine was a new country just after Soviet Union is broken. It was a very young country, so I
Wait,
think maybe you will be interesting also know that 90 is very very always was broken. uh Money system was broken. Everybody without money. Every A lot of banditism, but I think this is can be another topic what's happened on these days. And of course, when in government Ukraine was housed too, and when this country was weak, this weak country have a lot of really strong weapons that left after Soviet Union, and Russia don't like it, and USA don't like it. They come here and say, okay, we destroy and we will protect your safety. What's going
oh, so did
now? We destroy. Russia invader, or Budapest Memorandum Zero with Russia. American forces, where they? They don't came.
did you
So 0 4, we can back nuclear,
Avi? So
but can't. It's a lot of money.
yeah, did Ukraine see the Budapest memorandums as America agreeing like we're going to go to war for Ukraine if they get invaded, or was it?
Yes.
That's how you guys understood it.
It was. It wasn't. You know, Zelensky's come in different countries, and how? 1 second, translate it. And forgot for Russian how this works.
You're good, man. That's cool.
Guarantee. Yes, guarantees.
Guarantee.
Sorry. He is asking guarantees in the different signature, different documents of guarantee of protection that he come in different Europe countries that right of we will guarantee, but without details. And this Budapest Memorandum was something like this. That is, yes, we guarantee somehow.
It was just
There
like, yeah, we
wasn't right
promise. Yeah.
that we, yes. So this Budapest Memorandum was there, and destroying all this stuff with big mistakes. Maybe this war wasn't exist if we have weapon, a nuclear weapon, for nowadays.
Okay.
We destroy not only nuclear, it's a lot of tanks and lot of really cool big planes, transporter planes.
So you guys gave up a lot of military
Even for
infrastructure.
Russia. Yes. And now they use these weapons that we give for Russia against us. It was big mistake.
Yeah, that's not great. That's I can see how that came to bite you in the ass later on. So going on, during this time of like the 1990s to 2014 when this revolution went on, I kind of wanted to ask, what was, I don't know, do you remember the Chechen War and the war when Russia invaded Georgia? Are you familiar at all with those events?
Yes, I remember, but I just see these wars from the Russian TV.
Oh, you only saw it through their TV.
Yes, I was still young. I was going to school and this, and I'm watching this is with my father. Of course, every evening news from Russia TV. I watch Russia propaganda.
Were you on
So
Russia's
I was
side
under
at the time?
Russia propaganda.
Okay. Was everyone on Russian propaganda, or was this just you and your family?
My family.
Okay.
Mother have no opinion. She is don't really interested in politics, and my father learning me to watch TV and news.
What about like the kids at school? Did they ever say anything? Were they anti-Russia or anything like that? Were they pro-Georgia or pro-Chechnya? I mean, Chechnya might have been a little early for the Russian propaganda machine to be in full effect, but Georgia.
Uh, from Russia propaganda machine, it was very they are terrorists, they are explosive bombs, they are bad, we destroy terrorists. Something like this. They are terrorists.
Okay, yeah,
They are
like
all terrorists.
okay,
Easy propaganda. It was really easy.
like
And
you.
it works. I was young. I see a video explosion in metro. Part of our family living in Moscow. Mother from my mother's sister living in Moscow. We have connection. We had connection. We have no it anymore. And yes, we know news from her, but from the time this nowadays, I know that most of how it was in history, what was happened with Georgia.
Okay, so you changed your mind on Georgia once time went on.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so
There are people that want to be freedom from Moscow.
yeah, because I think Georgia happened in 2008. That's around when I was like 14, 15 years old, and I started watching the news for the first time. And it was
Mm-hmm.
just like, wait, hold up, why is Georgia getting invaded? This seems, I don't know, like something went off in my head there. That's when I started paying attention. To Russia.
Problem that Moscow, this is Imperia. This is under Russia. I know 152 different nations lives, different small nations that live on deep north, where it's cold, different. China, even China's, I mean, Asian, different, really different. How to say? There are a lot unique people that never know more in the world, and this is very small groups of them. And Russia mostly destroy their nationality, their language. So
Oh,
if
so you're saying there's a lot of ethnic
think
groups
about
in Russia that they're trying to like
yes,
get rid of.
yes, yes. The of Georgia, uh, that independent country for nowadays, young people don't say Russia. If say about Ukraine, young people nowadays say Ukrainian, don't speak Russia. And if see any of these nationalities in Russia consists, they speak Russia, they don't know their own language anymore.
Okay,
So
so that does sound like
politics like this.
it sounds pretty close to ethnic cleansing as far as I can tell, which is
Yes,
illegal as hell.
that's
Like,
why. Yes, that's why different nationals don't want to live with Russia, and Russia want in consist of their empire. See them. That's why these wars happened. First wars, if you say of nowadays history, it's before uh, World War II, where they fight with Finland. Then they fight with Hitler in Poland, take half Poland, and history like this. Many countries around was under occupation. They are back out. So if Russia, people from Russia, how say about destroying of Soviet Union, they say that this we live together, we was together, we was freedom. It's their arguments, and from our opinions, it's like we was under occupation.
okay, well, I'm curious, because
And was really bad. Um, really bad history for our country. while we was under occupation.
Okay, so I'm curious because you're mentioning Russia's empire, their imperialism, and something a lot of things that it trips me out when I hear this on the internet. But a lot of people come and say, "Oh, America's an empire and they're doing imperialism. Russia's just countering their
No,
imperialism."
America don't seek a empire because America is a nuclear country that a great country that really not far away wasn't exist, and there are different people arrived in America and now consist on the America. It's another history, another forming. It don't look like empire.
Okay, so would you say Russia's like just way worse? Like those people are just insane? Because that's the
Hmm.
take I kind of have. Do you agree with that, or to say that Russia and
Yeah,
America are on the
yeah,
same level? No.
no.
Okay.
America have same how to say uh
Oh, I think I just lost you.
history of forming Russia or forming American nation, and American nation is, I think, strong nationality. And if speaking about different country like Poland, Ukraine, Georgia, um, I forgot how will be Chechnya on English.
Chechnya? I'm not sure. Honestly, Chechnya, I have almost no information about. That was
Chechnya?
way back in the day.
You
Chechnya?
don't know about Chechnya?
I've heard about it. I know it was like the first time Russia invaded an area that wanted to leave, and they're like, "Nah, son, you ain't
It
going
was
nowhere."
it was too big war with Chechnya, and both war was a lot of blood. I think it will be interesting Google about this war. I have mm, good dramatic film about not documental art film about war of Chechnya. It was a lot of blood, more the blood than in Georgia. This is sorry. I talk about Georgia. Missile it is Chechnya. It's another story.
Uh,
When was explosion in metro? I say
when
this
was?
is post conflict with Chechnya.
But Chechnya was in the '90s, correct? Like the late '90s.
There was two war of Chechnya on different. 1 second. Ask from ChatGTP what first and second war. Okay, first war it's 994 and 996. War was very similar that we have war in Ukraine. A
Okay.
lot of Russians arrived, destroying, full destroying cities like you see now. It was the same, but it was more local. Because the Chechnya nationality it's more smaller, so it was smaller war. But even in this war, Russian army lost a lot of people, and there was Soviet Union, and it was mobilization from young people, 70, 80 years age, and that's why it's both this war is very important for Russian history and their mind from they're afraid of a lot of dying of childs how it was on these two wars.
Okay.
That's why Putin don't mobilize young people to the war. If you can see, it's mostly old.
Oh, he learned that in Chechnya. Like, if you send the young, they're going to have more civil unrest in Russia. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, they trying don't send a lot of young people of that mobilization from their age. When you end in Russia, university, you going mobilizate to army 2 years. And if Putin will use these people, that will be big conflict in the inside Russia. That's why he don't do it, because it's very painful
Oh,
history. First and second war of Chechnya, and second war it was in 1999.
okay.
On millennium
So
start.
I'm sorry. I think I misunderstood you at first. So you're saying the reason he doesn't send the conscripts because Russia has a 2-year forced conscription period for every citizen,
Yes,
right?
yes, 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 yes.
That's why he doesn't send
The
the full
people in
force.
Chechnya don't want to be under Russia after destroying of Soviet Union, and Russia wants their under control, their base of conflict.
Okay.
And how this conflict end? Uh, in Chechnya, different of us, of Europeans people, they are, how to say, here very interesting oven culture, and they are living like big families, like clans.
Okay.
And Putin bought one leader from one of these clans.
Are you talking about
After
Kadyrov?
Yes, yes, yes. He give him a lot of money, and this maybe you heard about this guy. He is a leader of Chechnya now. Forgot.
He sent troops to Ukraine, right? Like as far as I know, he sent like the Chechen guy. There's like a big hubbub about him being
Yes,
in the
yes,
back.
yes, 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 yes. Now they're under occupation, and he used people under for war. But from Chechnya, they're more safety people because they're mostly standing on the second line that's trying don't kill them.
I think
Uh,
that's the joke on the internet is that they're all blinged out in the best equipment and they just hide in the
he
back.
1 second. Yes, Ramzan Kadyrov. How I can forgot? He bought Ramzan Kadyrov. You maybe hear about this
Yeah,
name.
Kadyrov.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
And Ramzan Kadyrov make a huge massacre inside Chechnya and take out under control all other clans.
All the other
And he is
political
leader.
opponents.
Yes, 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 yes. And Putin pay Ramzan Kadyrov for this day money every year, a lot of money. And Ramzan Kadyrov built huge towns, big, really built much, but people of Chechnya under huge, how to say, autocrat and psychopath under Ramzan Kadyrov.
Under
If
like
you
a
say
corruption kind of.
something, if it's like massacre. If you say something bad about Ramzan Kadyrov, in second day you're going to the base where you will be painful die.
Okay, so yeah, you're saying he's a tyrant basically in English. Would
Yes,
be a
yes,
tyrant.
yes, yes. Tyrant, I forgot
Oh, you're good.
about
You're good, man.
simple words.
Yeah, it's your second language. No one expects you to know every word.
Mm-hmm.
it's, but so I'm curious. Do you think what he's doing in Chechnya by propping up Kadyrov and having this horrible tyranny, forcing the Chechens to supply soldiers and money and I imagine material to the war effort, do you
Mm-hmm.
think he's trying to do that to Georgia and also eventually Ukraine as part of a bigger Russian empire? That's the goal.
Uh, he makes same strategy in Georgia. He have part of Georgia under no Russia, but no, how to say, proxy country.
Okay, yeah, proxy country, like what people accuse America of
Yes,
doing with
like
Europe,
was
like
on Donbas, like
but real.
was in Moldova, and in different countries too. Russia take some invaders, found some people, for example, some small nationality, and give money for them, give and take under war control. So it's and military here, and of course their new country, proxy country, exists on the map.
Okay.
So same story every time, and this strategy, if you see, their work.
Yeah. Okay.
Now our proxy countries officially under Russia, Ukrainian proxy.
Okay.
And by the way, need to know to you, if you see under Ukrainian map and see going under east,
Hmm?
they are on Moldova and proxy country under Moldova.
Oh, you're talking
So
about
Putin trying
Transnistria
to
in that
make
area?
corridor to their layer, yes, and but he was stopped. But it was his strategy to make around Ukraine, all Ukraine.
Okay. So I want to bring it back to Ukraine now. Just wanted to explore the 90s to 2014 a little bit. So thank you for your views on all that. So going back to Yanukovych, that was the president while Ukraine was under Russian influence, right?
Yes, it's one of classic strategy of Putin too. He is buying some politics.
So Yanukovych
He
was like Ukraine's Kadyrov that we just talked about for Putin.
Yes. If was for Putin, he was under control. He bought his president company, and of course, what do Yanukovych? He include his under Russian politics everywhere
Okay.
from his party. Yes,
He was a true believer in
in
Putin.
yes, in military, in every surface of politics and economy everywhere.
Okay. So how? I'm curious. How did he like come to become president? I realize you were young at the time, but just again, really basic, like Ukraine for Dummies. How did he end up being
Uh,
president like that?
Ukraine nationality was not consistent in this year. How to say? West and north and west of Ukraine, it's more Ukraine nationality. Much people from east and more Russian nationality and Russian speaking people, and was president company of people who say on Ukrainian, and was company people who say on Russia. For example, Yanukovych mostly even on the debates saying on Russia, but he was a president of Ukraine. So you can what
Okay.
was yes. So one candidate was under. Yushchenko was under Ukraine propaganda, but he was bad politics. People don't like that economics go low, and for a second time they vote for other president, for Yanukovych. So most south and east of Ukraine voted for Yanukovych. And with Yanukovych is go worse, much more than from after Yushchenko. He destroy economy. He using raider occupation of some, how to say, industrial stuff. Going under control. This is, by the way, story from 19 Ukraine too. It was happened every day when some people with weapon just going in your, for example, not even industrial. For example, you have cafe on going. With weapon on the morning can say, no bro, this is no more your coffee shop, and um, politics buying then guy who do this on to politics and buy for documents that he is have this coffee shop, and he makes same when he was president. He was control of the from the up, so he easy get any that he want, and he destroy a military, sold weapon for Russia, by the way, too, and life of different. Manufacturers that was production of weapons and shells, um, and even structure of military he destroyed.
Well, I'm curious, how did you? Because it sounds like in '94 when you had the Budapest memorandums, there was a lot of like Ukraine for Ukraine. We're not part of the USSR. How did you go from that to, uh, yeah, too many names, Yanukovych? I'm sorry if I butchered that. How did you go from that nationalism to Yanukovych's pro-Russian? How did that come about? That seems like a big swing to me.
The big swim to you. Yeah, Ukraine have some kind of border on these years, but when big war happened, how to say, in different cities, different people speaking in different language and different version of language, different version surgics. We call this surgics, and
Oh, you mean like
was how
dialects in English, like different dialects?
dialects. Yes, 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 dialects, but it's like our local world surgic.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and most. So it's like gradient. So on more Ukrainian or Polish, even Polish, because border with Poland and Polish people then going gradient. Ukrainian, Kiev half. 50% Ukrainian speaking, 50% Russian speaking, even nowadays. And it's okay. For example, for Russia propaganda say that every Russian world people is killing here by military. That's why they fight to save their people. So
Do you think
it's crazy.
is there like a grain of truth in that claim, or is there not at all that there's Russian
Not at all.
loyalism?
Uh, yes, Russian loyalism, and when war starts, Ukrainian nationality uh, make it's one plus from Russia. Ukrainian nationality finally formed from the newest country, finally form education nationality. Now we understand that we are similar people.
Well, actually, I have a
We
question about.
school, language little by little go more smoothly from also child can speak Ukraine on the east west, and while different of ages, different conflicts, more old people from east west, they have nostalgia from Soviet Union when they was young, going on pioneers. They like these times and say that this was good. That's why we need to live with Russia. And for example, my father say that that is a real reason to for war. I asking from him why they're shooting their rockets, and how you can say that this is Putin good and they going to save us. He said the things that he going to government statement that they ask him on Ukrainian SIG documents, and he is lazy learning Ukrainian. That's
Okay.
why this is the reason to attack us.
Okay, would you say that Russia attacking kind of strengthened Ukrainian nationalism? Like it may have been shaky at first, and then Russia invaded, and everyone's like, "Yo, fuck Russia, we're Ukrainian now." Did that kind of seal the deal for a lot of people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and a lot of people change their language for Ukrainian. They speak Russia. Some I am still Russia speaking. I am prefer to think on Russia inside my head. But I'm free speaking Ukraine, of course. Really free, 100% grammatic. I know people that can't speak in Ukraine, never spoke them, and started learning and now speak just after invaded of Russia, and a big union of national happened of this war.
Okay. I mean, it's sad that that's how it happened, but it's good that Ukraine's coming together. You know.
Yes, 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 yes,
But
yes. And Putin says that Nationalism is Nazism. It's a kind of
oh,
his propaganda.
that's I'm laughing because it's so fucking ridiculous. But
Yes,
but wait, before we
it's a
get there,
lot. It's a lot interview, by the way, with Russia, and they say, "Why you invader in our country?" They I mean, in prison, of course. They can say that is Nazism. Did you see of Nazi some Nazi? No, I don't. So why you invader? My commander says that it's nationalist. Nationalist is bad. It's killing Russian speaking language people, and we come to free them. And we're what are you talking about, bro? This is
all right.
crazy stuff.
No, I definitely want to get into that. But before we do, I want to circle back to Yanukovych. I want to finish his little story arc because that was kind of interesting. What happened in 2014? You could say kicked all of this off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get through what
You
happened
want to
there.
talk
Really,
about trial of Yanukovych?
the trial. Well, before we get to the trial,
Fall.
oh,
Yes,
the
yes,
fall.
it
Yeah.
before.
Did he go to trial?
Um,
Actually, did he get arrested?
no, he is living in Russia.
He must love
Li-
that. But fuck.
like in Syria, President
Oh, Bashar
living
al-Assad's doing the
In
same thing.
Moscow.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
every
amazing.
friend of when they're time to go into jail, they just arrive to Russia and protect by Russia.
Okay. So what
Same
was
story.
Well, I'm curious. I asked you before this interview about what triggered his fall, and you told me that it was he had attacked students protesting him. Is that correct? Uh,
Yes, there was a
well,
long speaking about with Europe to consist us in Europe Union, starting from Yushchenko.
okay, so people
And
wanted to
this
join under Lukashenko.
yes, because we see one side is Russia that autocracy and poor people, or we see another way for our country. It's like part of European Union. We need to update our economic system because we can't join the Europe Union because we have old standards. So this politics is starting one president, and they are going forward because it's already started talking. And in the when we end our preparation and finally can start first saying that we want to European Union and give this document. Yanukovych say no because Putin say no.
Okay,
No with European Union.
and that triggered
Yes.
protests from
And the
students.
students going to the central square, and Yanukovych start among its special forces to beat the harder beat them.
Okay,
And was the trigger. because all people in Ukraine was very sad about Europe signing, and now we see in the news blood screenshots from the center of Kiev.
I'm curious.
So it was trigger.
Was Europe seen as a better option than Russia because of why was that? Was it propaganda? Was it just people going to Poland and coming back and being like, "This is awesome"? What do you think fueled that viewpoint among Ukrainians?
Mm, uh, Ukraine was under double propaganda from USA and propaganda from Moscow.
Okay, and just the U.S. propaganda won out. Do you think? Or do you think it was malicious?
Mostly out. It's more good for us.
Do you think it was like malicious propaganda, like the U? Or I shouldn't say malicious. Do you think
No, wasn't malicious propaganda. This was trying to step in Ukraine to make some NATO bases. Talking about NATO bases, Russia very don't like this politic. And what is West do? West also trying to move that countries, different countries after Soviet Union, that they move to Europe way of life and
you're talking
Europe
about like
Union.
you mean like
Yes, not
Poland,
with Russia. It
Lithuania?
wasn't. Yes, yes, yes. They wasn't people of Russia. And in all of these countries that you, by the way, said, was problem like we have. It was a way. Big way when in these countries supported from USA money was candidates. What Yushchenko was from USA, and from Belarus, by the way, fail of the
Okay.
of we call it this historical like colors revolutions, because mostly they're working not only give money, American working of moving how to work with people. Now, for example, and they make from president and his party brand, and brand was in similar color, and really this what happened on the center of towns of different um, countries on these years. You see these colors, people on different heads of this stuff. So it was, and in this time, Russia try both some criminals, they strike fight in the center with these people, that some blood, that some that say that this gays and others strange propaganda that will be NATO bases, Russia better. So this movement was on all of these countries, and from Belarus they failed. This, so now it's under control of Russia.
Okay. Would you say though that because in the '90s it seemed like there was this big leap from like Lithuania, Estonia. I think there was another one. I
Yes,
forget. Were
yes.
they?
I even don't know clear history how it was. I
Okay.
just remember how it was under TV. And by the way, from the side of Russia propaganda,
Okay.
different countries in same time. Yes, and you can Google color it revolutions on the West Europe part. It will be interesting too.
Oh, yeah, I mean this. Yeah, I think we're getting into the fall of the Soviet Union, which is really. I don't even want to touch that, to be honest. That's such a
Mm-hmm.
huge event with so much going on in it. But so back to
There,
your, or back to
they're middle between Asia and Europe. This is was a lot of people. Was from people from Iran, for example, live in deep age. There was Vikings, different people there was. Ukraine basically a country with very huge and deep history, really, or hard history to learn, and a lot of blood always spent here.
oh yeah, I've tried to research the history of Ukraine quite a bit. This It seems to pick up with the golden horde of the Mongols, and it just gets wild from there.
First World War from one side, from other side, from Ukraine front line. Second World War from one side, from other side, under occupation was and destroying everything.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a wild time back then. But so back to Yanukovych. I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked because I keep having questions. So he bombed or he attacked the student protesters, and what kind of happened after that?
It was trigger. First of all, a lot of people going to Kiev. I remember how people gathering just on the central street. I was in Nikolaev, to Kiev, gathering buses, gathering railway. And it's a huge going big protest, and after politics of Yanukovych, a lot of self-employment don't like what's happened, and they finances this protest. They bought some stuff like food, coffee, some tent. Tent. Finances this from the west. Was moving to from the west, from USA, they helping to this protest. It was a lot of students arrived, a lot of but this was moving mostly on the west. As you remember, for this time, Ukraine mostly was broken line, and from the south we have others.
Oh wait,
Story
you're lagging.
when Russia trying to make yes. So some people gathering local protest on different cities, and Russia moving their peoples, mostly from money and criminals again, to make some blood on the streets.
So you're saying Russia was paying people to cause violence during this time?
Yes. So it was strange, really strange time, because huge movement started, and from this time I'm starting learning more deep what goings on and above me, and changing little by little my mind. And what I remember clearly is that was buses from Russians and was buses with pro-Ukrainians too.
Buses? What do you mean by buses?
With people, yes. Yes, it's some kind of how to say. Second.
Or those one he uses chat.
Okay, hooligans. So some
hooligans.
Some kind of stuff that you see in the when you watch Batman, like these guys coming on buses.
So they were sending busloads of people just to cause problems.
Yes. And they're with Russian flags, of course. They're going and starting blood. Starting conflicts. Conflict starting on Donbass, Donetsk, was in Nikolaev, was in Odessa. In Odessa was huge amount of dead people because Russian buses arrived and make base in the historical building.
Was this after Yanukovych got overthrown and fled to Russia?
This was in this process. Yanukovych sitting afraid in Kiev what to do. I'm losing this, and make more blood because all policemen going to fight with. But part of policemen, by the way, going to Ukraine side, and most policemen that need to go under the jail, they just going with Yanukovych to Russia, and now they're beating people in Moscow. People that beat people in Kiev now beat people in Moscow.
Okay, so chronologically, just to recap for people.
Yeah.
Um,
And at the same time, blood was in the east. It was crazy at the time. You don't hard to understand what is going on at all.
so is this when Yanukovych gets overthrown, Russia starts sending busloads of people to cause problems, and then about how long after that would you say Donbass declared independence from Ukraine and all that whole area when that happened? I don't know if you remember that. Was that
Mm,
pretty immediate or?
it starting from pro-Ukrainian meeting in center of Donetsk. That going. Uh, so all pro-Ukrainians, it's want to see Yanukovych dead or in jail in this situation. To understand what people thinking about their flags with Ukrainian and flags with Europe and the Europe Union. They wanted to be in the Euro Union, and in this time. Russians bandits start blood in the street, and you need to understand that they start, but pro-Russians people really live a lot of Donetsk and start this aggression and start fighting on the streets. And little time above, maybe 1-2 days, it really was in. I think, yeah, I don't remember, but it was really fast.
I remember it being fast
Changing
too. Yeah.
changing everything was really fast because arrived artillery of Russia, and Russia artillery start missiles in Donetsk and
Okay.
say that is Ukrainian aggression, and then some Russian special forces on tanks and BTRs arrived in Donetsk.
Okay. So wait.
Uh,
So you're saying that Russia started bombing people in Donbass,
yes,
and then
yes,
used
yes,
that as
yes,
an
yes.
excuse to come in with their.
Yes,
So,
no, they officially don't come. All militaries was mm, fired from work a day ago. Now they are just a civilian, just different civilian without passport. Arrived on Russian tanks that never exist on Ukrainian, some really Russian
so,
series. I mean,
so you're talking about the little
uh,
green men, like the
yeah,
famous
yeah,
little
yeah,
green
yeah, yeah.
guys.
Yes. And a lot of Donetsk people join on this mass. So how war start? And now this from first front line begin with Donetsk because Ukrainian special forces that still was exist after Yanukovych, they react and make front line.
On behalf, the Ukrainian special forces reacted on behalf of Ukraine or Russia? Are you saying to make the front line?
Inside Ukrainian, Donetsk was under control of separatism and make first front line. It's Lugansk, Donetsk, and small part of Ukrainian was cut it.
Okay, and this happened
And
in 2014.
yes. And in these days, in these weeks, while Yanukovych fight for with people in Kiev under East Russia using situation that destabilizate situation in all cities, and of course officially going the special forces to crime
Okay.
and take crime. Yes, it was really in same time.
Okay, and this
A lot of stuff in same time.
Oh yeah, it was like it sounds like there was a lot of chaos in 2014, and then after that we had from 2014 to 2022. It seems like there was constant warfare going on that front line, but it seemed very
Yes.
stable. Like it was just in that area, just in the
Yes,
far
yes,
east of
yes.
Ukraine.
Yes, because military was not under control. Yanukovych going to Russia on helicopter. In Kiev house, new really back time. A house and everything.
New government, basically, right? New government.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, many Ukrainian call this a revolution because a revolution sounds more good, but from terms and Wikipedia is 1 second translator.
No worries.
Just cope, military cope.
Oh, coup.
Yeah, cope. Cope.
Yeah.
Reading cope. Okay, I was.
So they're saying there
Yes,
was
it
a coup.
was cope. Yes, because one politics go off, so more Russians politics and Russian party go off, and new politics come.
Okay, I
And
think there's like a lot of negative connotation around the word coup, so I just want to clear up for Americans. This was like a coup for democracy.
Yes, that's why if you speaking with Ukrainian don't agree him say that it was revolution.
Okay, it sounds more like a revolution because it ended up with a democratic process at the end, correct?
Yeah. Maybe it's a revolution, really revolution. But a lot of people die on this revolution too. Yeah, I mean in Kiev.
Okay.
And we have memorials with we have memorials, a lot of memorials of dying people in center of Kiev, and now to Kiev full streets on memorials because we have very bloody war.
Okay, and then
A big, so looking like one big grave center of Kiev.
okay, so after the memorials, I'm assuming those were for the people in the revolution, the protesters, the people who forced Yukashenko out.
Yes.
Or Yanukovych. I'm sorry. I'm this is gonna sound hella bad, but a lot of Russian names kind of like blend together. In my, you guys use a lot of the same vowels. So Yanukovych, the former president of Ukraine under Putin, he leaves. You guys have your revolution or coup, depending on how you want to describe it. And new guy Poroshenko comes in. And
Yes.
you told me that you didn't like Poroshenko that much. Could you tell me a bit about him?
Yes, I can talk much about Poroshenko. This guy is asshole. I don't like him.
Good summary.
He is real asshole. But nowadays Ukraine, it was better that happened with Ukraine. Is Poroshenko.
He was better, you say, even though he was an asshole.
Much better. First, he was asshole. He much lie. He much make on himself. But how to say? He is built a big brand of Ukrainian tasty. I mean, with sugar, chocolate, something like this.
Oh, he's called the Chocolate King, right?
Yeah. We really call him Chocolate King. Yes. He make a big production, really big from zero, and you need to understand from this guy that he have big experience how to work with economy, and he have really good влияние забыл. One more word. Influence, yes, of course, forgot. Influence on economy and good influence on economy, and he is was a question: will he continue war with separatists, or he is going to sign with separatists? That is, will be their new country like Donetsk, Lugansk.
Okay. And was he in favor of letting them have their own country?
And he is continue war.
Okay, so he chose not to let the Donbass separate. At the end of the day.
Yes.
Okay.
He continue war, and there was a lot of bloody fights, but there no like nowadays war.
I'm curious.
They're different.
During Poroshenko's time, was Ukraine kind of thinking like maybe we could let the Donbass do its own thing, or were you guys like all very firmly the Donbass is part of Ukraine, we're not getting rid of it, or we're not letting them have it? What was the sentiment kind of like? Was it mixed maybe?
Donbass, first of all, is Ukrainian city, and this is big city with big manufacture production factories. This is a expensive city. I mean, like in West Europe, this is was a good city. Uh, and big regions that are really a part of Ukraine history, and now we take news that a part of Ukrainian go for Russian flags. Why it's happened?
So you guys,
That was
you got,
questions.
so you didn't like, no one liked that they wanted to separate. No one was.
Yes. It's but oldest people from mostly south and east, they're going somewhere is protest and somewhere is starting to fight with Ukrainian army.
Okay, so there is some truth that people in Donetsk they do
Yeah.
like Russia. Some of them.
Yes, and this have a border with Russia.
Okay, and I think this is kind of out of order, but something that I find interesting
hmm
is like
hmm
I've read that the old people in Donetsk and
So first
they're
of
being.
all, Russia was territorially very close to Donetsk. They can send their reinforcements. That's first, and there are a lot of people, Russian-speaking people, that use their propaganda on this and consist on their army. Most of them dead, by the way, who started fight from Donetsk. Yeah, I mean from people that live, male people that lived in Donetsk. Most of them dead.
Wait, so most of the people who you're saying most of the people who supported Russia are now dead in Donetsk?
Mm, how to say? Mm, we killing 100, 1,200 minimum people from Russian army from the day.
You killed 120,000. Or I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yes, Ukrainian kill every day, bro.
Wow.
There, Russia have much bigger from Ukraine. They have a lot of people, and most of people don't think about language, Russian language protection. They are going for money.
Okay.
Russian people very a lot of people that very poor. There usually is criminal was in jail, 1 and 2 or more. First of all, by the way, criminals in jail was all sending for fight with us too. Now
Okay.
mostly Russian jails is free.
Yeah, I remember reading about that. That's
Yes. And mostly people just very poor, stupid, was in jail. They're drunk every days. Some fightings with their families every day on the kitchen, and a lot of debt. This is portrait of most people that arrive to fight with us, and he have a lot of debt, and he see in реклама. Simple word, bro.
is this. Are you talking
How
about
it say?
today or back?
Today,
Okay.
yes. Because first people, it was that in big war starting. We calling it a small war and big
And it became
war.
big.
Yes. Uh, mm, and first of all, it was just Russian army, contract army that was formed, professional Russian army. And also they fully mobilized Donetsk and Lugansk people that
Okay.
live in here. That it was first wave.
Okay. So the
Mo
first wave they
mo
send in their
yeah,
military, and they also send
and
in the.
yes. And somewhere from Ukraine there. took new places, and somewhere in Ukraine, how under Kiev they was beaten, and most of these professionals, when they back to the home, they say fuck it, I go off contract and don't back here. Most of them, and Russia start mobilization because war is stopped. It was mobilization is everywhere. And how to say принудительная сейчас.
Like drafts. I think that's what we call it in English. Like a draft.
Yeah. Yes. No. Forced, okay. A forced mobilization.
Forced,
They take just people, and as I said about Chechnya and young mobilization, no, there was forced 40 years plus people.
Only
40
old
years
people.
plus. Yes, only old people was mobilization. It was first mobilization, and then when these people ending, Russia sent from jail criminals. When criminals ending, they starting new strategies as work for nowadays. It's mobilization for money, a lot of money, and this guy, stupid guy that will have a lot of debt, sees this on news. It, 1 million rublei. Wow, I'm going to the war and dying here.
How much is
And
that
it
in
worked.
dollars? I'm curious. 1,000,000 rubles? Is that what they're offering?
Yes, okay, you can insist.
Or fuck. I was gonna Google it, but
By
if I
the
do,
way,
just
1 million rubles not in all parts of Russia. Then go away from the center, from Moscow, prices go down because more poor regions.
so is there?
Most expensive regions in Russia is Moscow and St. Petersburg, and all other. A lot of territory of Russia, even nobody lives. It's just a forest.
So why is Russia so preferential to Moscow area? What's going on there? It seems like they're giving the Moscow area special treatment, basically, from what you're telling me.
All money going from Moscow.
So it's just the money.
Moscow most expensive. Yes, rich people, rich politics. They all live in Moscow.
So they're just
Or
defending the rich
Assad.
people.
Yes. And
So,
this is very expensive city at all.
so this kind of trips me out because Americans, we're very like anti-corruption, pro-fairness, things like that. And you hear a lot of people in America are like, "Oh, look at what America's doing. This is corruption. This is taking advantage of the poor." But it sounds like Russia is like really taking advantage of the poor.
Corruptions is in every country that exist, and need
I
to
agree.
fight with corruptions in every countries. But what we have on Ukraine and what we have in Russia, but in Russia this is even not corruption. It's fully autocratic, fully control of way of money.
Just blatant in
Do
your
what,
face.
just do what you want. Yes, you have a poor people that watching TV, everyday propaganda, have debt, but going to the war, and it's work.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's. I mean, it sounds messed up, but starkly different from, like, starkly worse, I'd say, than what you see in a lot of other Western countries. Would you agree? Okay.
Yes, it's really different way of life.
I mean, it sounds rough. Like, I'm suddenly super happy to be an American. Like Jesus, that's wild. But so I wonder.
Yes, it's much better, bro.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about all the Americans like, oh, I can't have my chocolate milk. This is tyranny, and I'm like, bro, have you heard about Russia? it's
Yeah,
wild.
America. We can say that in America have their own a lot of problems. It's not
Oh,
an
for sure.
ideal
For
country
sure.
in the world.
For sure, I would definitely agree. We have, especially now, but that's for later.
Yeah,
I'm curious, what?
it's some kind of comedy happened.
Yeah, would you say that corruption in Ukraine I want to address that. Is it less than it was before, or how is that? Because that's one concern a lot
No,
of people have.
very huge. War started, and war is a way to worse corruption, and it's happened. Corruption now much worse.
Worse,
How
you
to
said.
say? I can. Yeah.
So today it's
When
worse than before.
how it's call it, I don't remember. When volunteers buy food for people that lost their house after war. How it's name? What's this? Food stuff. Uh, how you call this? It's free food, free stuff for people that
Oh, sending like
lost houses.
donations and stuff like that.
Yes. Donations. You can find some products with donation mark in the market.
Wow.
So
Okay.
this level of corruption, or find some medicine in medicine store with donation marker.
What about like weapons or money sent from like aid money sent from governments?
Ah, money that come from the West, they are more under control of the government, that it wasn't corruption, and most we take not in money and in the weapon.
You take just the weapon, the pure weapons.
Sometimes different helps, different donation, different way, different country, Europe, some single donation, some big donation from NATO. So really different ways and different help. And Russia, sorry, Ukraine tried to control these ways. But what about finances from the government for government products? It sometimes is crazy. How to explore yours is how it's consist. Mm, Ukraine have a big mobilization, and different people, different different intellect, even different culture, different age. They are all fight with Russia. And we have a big problem with movement is in army, because we first doing it and we are learning just now, because we don't do it before. We don't prepare to the war. Russia prepared to the war, and there are a lot of mistakes and some house in army, but some structure with very smart commanders. How to say? It's army inside army. For
Okay.
example, we have no NATO standard in our army, something bad. There have for people that, by the way, I'm talking about, is there square like army in army. There have, for example, NATO analyze standard. They have another standard of drones. They're often, so for example,
Oh,
you
so you're
have.
talking about like variants in equipment, right? Like some
Yes,
equipment is NATO standard, some
yes,
is
yes,
Russian,
yes,
Soviet equipment.
yes. So some squares fight bad. It's poor organized people that fast and going to the front line, because fighting every day. Russia use strategy. Um, I don't remember world to strategy to lose our resources, and sleep time of our soldier in this case is resources too, because there are not a lot of people. For example, for one school is 250 quadrat meters. Two guys protect 55 years old boss. It's Ukrainian army, and every day every time from per day per night Russians going and you need to fight killing them and of course you it's possible and we of course lost a lot of people from this Russian strategy. They are very effective. They don't calculate people how much they're lost, and they using them to get more and more territory of Ukraine. What happened
So
in front line now?
so you're saying Russia is carrying out like a war of attrition? I think is the word. They're trying to
Yes,
deplete all your
yes,
resources, and they're
yes,
doing this by
and
just feeding people
yes,
in.
and Russian create a big factories to craft new drones. They craft a lot of drones. Now they have more. I think in 5 times more drones that have we are.
Okay.
Mostly we protect ourselves with skills.
So they have 5 times more drones than you do.
Yes,
Are
they
these
have
the
much more and different drones, different big drones.
Are they because I've been hearing a lot about fiber optic drones. Is this mostly that kind of drone, or is it the kind that can be jammed by
As
Ukrainian?
they have a lot of basic drones that have VR, like Mavic, like big drones. They have Arlan colored drone. Um, it's like a plane, and this is plane can grow very up and have very good camera. So have a good
Like a spy plane?
picture of yes. It's very good that haven't we haven't, but maybe I already have because if you mm, reading some Twitter about new ways on the front line. Every month, new technologies come to the front line. For example, nowadays most drones are going with optovolокно. Optovolокно.
I don't know that word, but that's a like helicopter.
No. Fiber optic, yeah,
Fiber
fiber
optics.
optic.
Yeah.
Yes, because their signals and new strategy use fiber optic. You have just on very good picture and don't afraid of our antennas.
Okay. Yeah. For those who don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but
If you're reading, next month will be something new.
okay.
And from their side and from our side, first of all, technology changes really fast.
Yeah, I've heard about your guys' new drone. I think Zelensky was showing it off. It looks like a small plane, and it's supposed to be able to
Mm-hmm.
reach like halfway
Mm-hmm.
across Russia. So it's
Yes, we have more drones like this,
okay. That's actually
but
one.
we have not so much resources from people resources, from money like Russia, from
Okay.
weapon.
So one argument I've heard in favor of sending aid to Ukraine, actually, now I'm glad you brought this up, is that America is actually gaining from this conflict because they send material, and you guys use it, and you guys seem to be using it in like new and interesting ways that America's never even thought of using the equipment
Mhm.
in, and we're gaining a lot of
When you
valuable.
when you on front line, you starting to think because you want to leave and destroy enemy. You need to start, or you thinking or you die. And what I say about different squared, people who have better organization and better technology implement, they have much better results and much less people that dying in their square. But a lot of squares that fight semi like Russian squared or worse, so different really. Nowadays army is really different.
Because I heard that Ukraine got a little bit of flack from NATO because NATO was trying
And
to
now,
say use our
yes,
equipment like this, and Ukraine was like,
yes.
"That's not how we're using it. That's not how it's effective." Is that like
I know little deeper about how NATO help different hour squares, but I think I can talk about it.
Oh yeah, no, don't tell us anything classified, please. But I think just in general for Americans listening, that's probably if you're wondering what benefit we get out of sending stuff to
Mhm,
Ukraine, we benefit from updating our tactics. Basically, no one has
mhm.
ever fought a war like this, a modern day, large scale engagement across such a large front line. Like I don't have the words to explain it for this video, but we are getting a lot of benefit out of sending aid to Ukraine. It seems to me, at least.
Mhm.
Let me see my notes. I have a few more questions. I don't want to like keep you up. I think siege starts in about 15 minutes, so I don't
No
want to take you too
problem.
long. But
The siege is much stress.
no, I heard the siege earlier today. Thesis was getting mad at
Okay.
you.
Jesus, yes, the gnome kill all our raid
Well,
because it's a high level raid boss and everybody that touch him become with silence for 1 hour
okay.
and he just run from inside our raid and full raid silence 1 hour and I gone.
Yeah. So for those who have no idea what we're talking about, Lineage 2 has castle sieges, and I just watched Avi fucking do a castle siege, and everyone was yelling. It was, if you play video games, you know what I'm talking about. But okay, so I want to move on now to like my last set of questions is about like since Trump has taken over. What's have you noticed any differences since he became president with aid and stuff like that? Any changes in the war for better or worse?
Nothing. Nothing. Pedants said a lot of words, but picture in the front light don't change at all. Russian started a new way of attacks. Now they're trying attacks from different cities that don't attack before because not all front line active
Okay.
from the
Would
yeah
you say
yeah.
that Russia's been more encouraged since Trump came into office or less?
Yes, 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 yes.
They're more encouraged to attack.
It was winter. On winter, different way of attacks. It's more effectively attack from the summer, and they bring a lot people and try new ways because it looks like will be a big наступление. Big reinforcements in summer.
So you think Russia's
Better
gearing up
time
for a
to
big
have
attack?
war. Yes, 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 yes. I think yes. But it's still from mid attack.
Okay. Have you seen the changes in our like delivery of supplies? Has America been sending less or
Different changes was really, but it's mostly not war.
okay,
For
so
example, happening. Second. It's important word needs translated.
okay.
Okay. You have no veteran of war. Okay, it will be same. Looks like a veteran help wounded veteran of front. For example, some was money from USA. It was different funds from different ways for helping to Ukraine et al. And now they end this.
They
And
ended
when
that aid?
yes, 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 different foundations and it not war, I mean,
So
civilian foundations.
the Trump or admin, they ended non-war
Yes, yes,
organizations.
yes, yes, yes.
Do you know what kind of non-war organizations? Was it like food aid or so?
Mm, it needs explore because I heard news. One organization lost contract with USA, then other organization. So it was a way of different, and it's really hard calculate because. Mm, how to say a lot of volunteer organizations started or even arrived from other world in Ukraine now because it's a bloody war going. For example, yeah, I am volunteer, different really volunteers and calculate how much lost from America support. It's really will be hard. But I think some blogs in YouTube is exist about this theme.
Would you say that it's like impactful? Like how impactful has the loss from the aid been?
Mm-hmm. And when was from few years, how much days we was without American support? He sending support that Biden started, and then he is back this support for nowadays. And when I'm talking with military, they said that support weapon uh, from America, it's not huge. For example, American tanks on the front lines is real rare. It's rare stuff in one, and but uh, forgot.
Oh, well, I know we didn't send a lot of
American,
tanks. I know that. I think I think Biden's plan
but
was to send like German tanks or something like that.
military intelligence from USA,
Oh, the
and it was
intelligence.
it's much more than these tanks that in front line for us.
Did we
It's
stopped sending intelligence aid? I understand. Did we start again?
yes, started again, yes, and Musk afraid us that will turn off Starlinks. No one Starlinks wasn't turned off.
No one turned off the Starlink. Okay, that's good. Um, do you think I'm getting to the end of my questions list, but do you think Trump had like a good reason to temporarily turn off the aid? Like, what do you think about that whole thing? Because it seemed really petty to me. Like, it seemed
I think this that Trump it's very painful for us, really painful. We
okay.
can feel soon it.
Okay. Do you think
But how to say, Trump can't change war. Really can change greatly war if he stop it all helping. Of course, we will be much worse and faster losing our front line, but mostly war will not change. Russia will continue their reinforcement.
okay? Have you heard anything about Trump's peace talks that he's been having with Russia? Is
Can
that
you
a
repeat?
lizard?
Yes, monitor lizard.
Oh, that's dope. I could tell you love him. I'm terrified of reptiles. I'm gonna be honest with you. But oh, he's cute.
Yes, but bite hard. Yeah.
Did he bite you? Is that what he said?
Yes, he usually hunting on my fingers,
Oh,
especially if it's after food or some fast movement. It's need good taste. It's need be movement, and it be warm. It can be attacked for him.
that's a loving lizard, huh? That's a very caring boy.
Yes. So in first stages I was bite a lot. Yes, it's a boy. But now I know his behavior, what he will do.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, no problem.
But yeah,
Okay, he won't go to hot. Okay, bro. He has a big cat tower and he is lives there.
you just have come up on a cat tower.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Um, but yes. So do you think this is really just my last main question I have for you, really, and then I'll let you go. Do you think that Trump is on Team Ukraine? Like, is that your vibe, or do you think he's against you guys? What's your vibe?
I don't know, bro.
I mean, like, no one could really tell. It's like, yo, what is he
For
doing?
me now it's some randomizer inside one guy. I don't know what he's thinking about at all. I cannot try to understand what Putin's thinking about, but what Trump's thinking about, it's dark wood for me.
It's possible he's not thinking about anything. He just got the Baby Shark song going in his head
Yeah,
24/7.
maybe everything tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been wild with the tariffs and like I'm just like, dude, what's going through his head? But
I think this is a unique view in the historical situation that we are living now.
yeah, no, I think I don't know if the Chinese actually had
I
the
don't
same,
remember that. Yes, same happened before, same crazy level.
Yeah, no, things have been wild. But they say we live in interesting times. Or may you live in interesting times, the Chinese proverb.
Yes, we in Ukraine really often say that we live in an interesting time, but prefer live on some safety time.
Yeah, I'm a little nostalgic for the non-interesting times. I'm down to be bored a little bit. But that's all I really wanted to ask from you. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know 5 minutes from now you got to go defend some castles in a video game.
Okay.
But I really
Bye.
appreciate you, man. Once again, for the
Was
viewers
nice
at home.
talk.
Yeah, it was great talk, man. But for those interested, we're gonna have the donation links in the description. Scroll down. I'll get them from Avi. You can help him 3D print. Do you want to show off the 3D printed bomb one more time for everyone at home? Or not the bomb, but the shell casings and all that?
Shell cases, yes.
Oh. Yeah, so if you donate, that's what you're going to be helping with. But yeah, I appreciate you, Avi. You got anything you want to say to the viewers before we go?
Bye. I'm going for stage.
I appreciate you, bro. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.